What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here, up $668 on the day, and I am happy with that. I was down about $800 to start the day, and I fought my way back to the green, and we'll go over those trades right now. So my first trade was PHMD. Warrior Trading was kind of looking at this stock, so I was also watching it out of the open. There were three stocks we were watching: PHMD, DFFN, and PULM. Those are kind of the ones we were watching. And I saw volume immediately start coming into this, so I went long, thinking that the chat room would go long. And then it's just hung up here for like a couple minutes, and then I'm like getting kind of nervous. I got in at 225, and it just popped up and then started coming right back down. Not a huge fan of that kind of a move, so I sold as we were going, and we were breaking low a day right here. Got in at 225, sold at basically 219. 3,000 shares, nice loss to start the day, basically 200 bucks. And as you can see, it kind of sold off from there. And then you know what it decided to do? It decided to turn and come back up and then go back down. So it was a good idea maybe to get a move. The daily had some resistance, and look at that. It tapped that 50-day moving average, or is that the 200? Nope, 50-day moving average, and came right back down. So these resistances, they're there. These moving averages, they work. So I didn't look at the chart and see that. And, you know, hindsight, I would have never traded this stock had I looked at this daily chart over here, because this resistance of the 50-day is real. And it certainly hit its head on that and came right back down. So, oh well, I missed out. I was trying to sell on these spikes, but the bid side never caught up. So it was like, you know, 225 by 248. You know, really wide spreads. Not a lot of volume came in, and that's why you can see these people that got in dumped it and got out. And I was one of those. So, loss on the day right there. CLF was my next trade. This was just a news play. It had news of takeover chatter. It's Friday, and they should just name it Takeover Chatter Friday. And I knew that this is probably BS takeover chatter, but I wanted to see if I could just maybe scalp a small win. And it didn't happen. Right here is where you can kind of see the news come out. It got a quick pop up to 890. But I just couldn't sell it there, and it just kept popping up, coming right back down, popping up, coming right back down. And it just didn't work out for me. I sold for, you know, a 3-cent loss. Got in at 887, sold at 884. 2,000 shares, not a huge loss. And I knew it was BS to begin with. I mean, it's Friday. You will hear these all the time on Friday. So cut it loose, moved on. Down about 300 bucks at this point. BNTC, this one double topped on the daily chart, which is not good, but you know, something I was hopefully watching. I was going to play this in the anticipation that, hey, as soon as this goes high a day, it's going to hit people's scanners. People are going to think, oh, BNTC, huge move yesterday, I want to get in, maybe we'll get that huge move today. I was playing off of the retail investor and the way they think. It didn't work out today. I got in, let's see, 46 right in here. We're going high a day, broke it. I got in at 329 right here. It popped up. I couldn't sell. I was trying to scalp this. It just didn't work out. Volume was too light. And it came back down, and I sold as it was coming back down at 312. And you see it pop back up and then came all the way back down. So, you know, it just didn't work out today. And you know, it shouldn't work out today. Today should be a consolidation day. Maybe get 2 consolidation days before we move back up. But it didn't work out. Cut it loose. Another loss on the day. I think at this point I am down, let's see. Yeah, I was down about 800 bucks at this point. So not a great start to the day. And I'm almost to the point where I'm going to throw in the towel because nothing's working for me. NAKD, this one was just a $4 scalp I was trying to play. Let's see, 9:54 a.m. right in here. We I was kind of hoping we get a break over 4 and get a move, and we kind of did. Also, you can kind of see the 5-minute chart setting up, and that's really kind of what I was playing. A break over 4 with the 5-minute chart set up, both good things. So I got in at basically $4. We got quick spikes up to like 409. I was really hoping we'd break this candle up here and get going, and just it didn't do that for me. I couldn't sell on the pop. I really was hoping it would pop and go maybe into the 430s. I didn't get what I wanted, so I sold for basically a penny and a half win, 30 bucks. But it felt good to get a green trade on the day, that's for sure. So DFFN was a 5-minute chart setup. We had this huge spike out of the open, kind of coming down, consolidation, and then I was playing the anticipation of this break right here, the previous 5-minute candle, and which was 616. So I got long at 611 in the anticipation of that break, and you can see that right here. So we got that break. It ran all the way to 660, and I sold on the way up. I sold 1,000 shares at 626, right at the VWAP. And I was thinking VWAP would probably be, resistance. So we could break through it. Maybe we'll break through and then come back down and maybe test the VWAP to see if we're going to go up again. So I wanted to sell into that, and you know, I could have sold in the 40s, but I was really thinking we'd break 50 and move out. But as soon as it looked like it was just going to turn, I sold my other half. So basically made 15, 16 cents on 3,000 shares there. Nice win. Brought me to like down 300 on the day instead of 800. Much better place to be in my opinion. SGY, this one's a fast mover. Okay, so we had the candle over candle in the daily, but you had these two resistances. You have the 50-day and the 20-day here, and if you could break these, then yeah, you got room inside this window, and the next resistance might be 7.90, $8. But this one was kind of alerted in the chat room to watch, so I knew that about 1,000 other people were watching this, and I decided to go long in the anticipation that the chat room would go long as well as maybe other traders out there. So at 10:31 a.m., we were kind of breaking the $7 mark. I decided to go long, 3,000 shares at 706, right in here. Quick spike up, and I was really hoping we would break that 725 level, which would be the, roughly the 20-day moving average. It hit its head on it, ran into a lot of selling. So I started selling my shares in 1,000 share increments. Sold at 719, basically 19 and 715. Got a nice win there, and was happy to be green on the day. I think that brought me to like positive $12. Yeah, it felt good to be down 800 and then come all the way back to be green on the day. So I count it as a win. PULM, this one was, it took a huge nosedive out of the open. I mean, it popped up and then boom. And that's just because it kind of gapped up to begin with. Oopsie. And, but what was interesting is kind of in this area here, we're getting into oversold big time. And you can kind of see that here. This is the RSI, oversold and then coming out of oversold. Yes, also the MACD cross, which I don't usually use MACD on day trading. It's another confirmation tool. I won't put a lot of weight on it, but definitely oversold. And you can see the Bollinger Bands. It was out of the Bollinger Bands. Now it's coming into the Bollinger Bands, which two things kind of confirming that this might be the bottom. So I was looking for the play of a bit of a bounce from there, and we kind of got that. We've got the bounce up and then a consolidation. And this is kind of where I was going to go long. You have the 9-minute moving average and the 20-minute moving average here, all caught back up to the price action. Bollinger Bands caught back up to the price action. And maybe if we get this break here, we would get a move over 5 and maybe up to the VWAP. And I really thought, I didn't think it was going to break the VWAP and go, but I thought we would maybe test it. And that's where I was going to aim to sell. So with that in mind, at 43, right here is when I got in. I took I tried to get 3,000 shares at once, but only got filled 1,300 at 485, and I got the rest of 1,700 at basically 490. And the key level was this candle right here. If we could break 492, I thought we'd get some buyers to step in. That's exactly what happened. So as we broke that, I wanted to lock in some profits. Again, I'm only up at this point $12 on the day, so I don't have a cushion. I needed a cushion. So I got a little cushion here. I made basically 8 cents on 1,500 shares, and then I let the rest ride as we broke 5, and sure enough, we got up to the VWAP, and I started selling in here. Sold the rest at basically 5, 16, 1,500 shares. So that's 30 cents on 1,500 shares there, and another 8 cents on the other 1,500. Yes, please, all day long. So, and then kind of from there, we've kind of sold off. So the strategy was sound. If we would have broken this VWAP, and come back down, then maybe we start moving high a day at some point. But sure enough, it tapped, it came back down. This would have been another nice play. Did I play it? Nope. Okay, so this would have been another nice play, candle over candle, and maybe see if we can go through the VWAP there. But as soon as you see that it doesn't want to break and it actually hits its head twice, that's bearish, and it's probably going to sell off. And that's what happened. MYOS. This is one that hit the scanners, and here on the daily you can kind of see a huge spike, consolidation, candle over candle, another huge spike, coming back down, consolidation, and now you kind of have resistance or resistance right here, these previous lows, and it got a candle over candle on the daily, and it broke these resistance levels. Then it ran up to the 20-day moving average, and it broke that level. And still at this point, I'm not really super interested. I saw it hit my scanners, but I really thought one of the chat rooms, Jason Bomb Picks, was buying it because it was on their watch list today, and I didn't want to chase what they were buying. So I skipped this one. I didn't want to be buying and chasing what they were buying. I was wrong. They didn't end up buying it. Someone else did, and but that's okay. So we started to get this run up, and you can kind of see it here on the 5-minute. Boom, really nice move, really nice move. And I put it on stock twist. I said, if 410 can break, as you can see on the daily, this is significant resistance here. I said if 410 can break, 560s is the next resistant level, and that is exactly what happened. We didn't get a 5-minute setup until much later, and that's when I actually ended up playing it, as you'll see in just a second. I didn't chase though. I mean, yeah, you could have made some money if you got in here, but it could have easily dumped on you. It's too risky. At least I waited to find out where the top was, got a consolidation pullback, and this is kind of where I got in at. This is a beautiful 5-minute play. Nice doji candles coming back down for consolidation. Then we're waiting for candle over candle and got it right inside this candle here. It broke the previous candle's high of 450. And that's what I did. I got long 2,000 shares at basically 450 as we were breaking that. Let's see, you can see it on the 1 minute here. Yep, look at all that volume coming in. As soon as we broke 450, we got a quick pop to basically 470, and it came right back down. So as it was up at 460, I took 1,000 shares off the table for 11-cent win, and it was coming back down. I was like, there's no point in me going red on this trade. So I sold the other half for 4-cent win, and it came right back down and tested that support level and held. So bullish sign. I just looked away from my computer for a second and I missed this move, which is really what I was looking on. And you have 2 candles here, kind of in the same range. Nice resistance. If it breaks that, boom, definitely could go high day. That's exactly what it did, but I missed that one, which is okay. So after we had that nice little pop out of the right here, it came back down. Then I played the 1-minute candle over candle. So you have this pop to 470, come back down, and I was playing this next pop, which was the break of basically 450 again. I went long at let's see, what is it? Yeah, 450, and got a quick pop up to 460. I sold at 456, 6 cent win, $120, or basically 7 cent win, $140. And it came right back down. I really thought maybe the move was done, but again, like I said, I missed this move. But I did make another trade on it later on, right here. Got this nice move up. Consolidation. I was really thinking candle over candle would happen, and we're running into that 560 mark here that I was talking about on the daily chart, and we hit it and it sold off. I mean, 560 was resistance, but maybe I was thinking we get a pullback and a 5-minute candle over candle would send us through that. So as soon as it looked like inside this candle here we were going to get that, you can see it right here, I went long at 545 and we broke through 550, and I wanted to see this move quickly move up, but huge selling came in, and as soon as I saw the huge selling come in over 550, I bailed. I got out at basically 540 for a 5 cent loss, and it dropped hard, hitting everybody's stops, broke $5 down here. It was scary. I mean, at that point, it could have just flushed. It was remarkably strong and bounced back up, which was incredible. And as you can see here, running into that 560 level again, it pushed it just now. It pushed it over 580, but boom, sell hard, broke this support down here. So I don't know. I think these levels here might hold up today. We'll see if we can get maybe a consolidation. But if we can break these levels and hold, $7 is definitely in the picture. And if $7 breaks, whew, this thing can run. But I don't know. This is a pretty bearish move when you can move like that and then sell off hard down past your support levels. I don't know. I might just stay away from it today. That was kind of the only one I was watching. Maybe ETRM, maybe NAKD. But like I said, I'm up 668 right now. No point in risking it. If you have any questions, you can find me on StockTwits or Twitter or Google Hangouts. StockJockAT is my name on all three. I'm there to answer questions that you may have. I also answer questions and comments left on these videos. So like, subscribe, share. I would love to see the channel grow. If you're interested in the chat rooms that I subscribe to, and I do pay money for these chat rooms, I don't get them for free. They're a huge tool. They're a huge asset. To be in a chat room where 1,000 to 1,500 people are all going to play the same stock, and you're going to be in that play, it's going to move. That stock is going to move. Link down in the description to those two chat rooms I subscribe to, Jason Bond Picks and Warrior Trading, as well as the news source that I use, as always, is Benzinga. A link to that is in the description down below. And if you use the coupon code StockJock at checkout, all one word, you will get 30% off on your order. All right, guys, that's all for now. I will see you in the next video.